This video is brought to you by patreon.com/worsttake. Get access to exclusive live streams and Discord servers, on-screen shoutouts, and early access to some videos when you join now. Help make sure that we can continue to make content like this by supporting the Patreon. Links are in the description down below. Jeudy is going to be a big part of the Cleveland Browns' plans this year. So what I wanted to do is go through the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the the meh of Jeudy in the last 2 years of film that he's put out there. Now, I didn't watch every single target that Jeudy put out there, but I did watch about 13 games of all 22 in between 2 years of him to kind of get a good grip on what kind of player Jeudy is, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are, and what you can expect and what's fair to expect as a Cleveland Browns fan of Jeudy, because let's face it, we didn't watch a ton of Denver as a fan base. So we kind of just don't know what to expect out of him. Now, there are three things that come up when you watch Jeudy tape. There is a lot of bad throws to Jeudy on routes that he won. There are great routes and there are drops when you watch Jeudy's tape. We'll start by talking about some of those missed opportunities that I felt like Russ just didn't do a great job of giving him the ball. So this one right here, see Russ drops back and then he catches this one, but just look how off this ball is. If he catches that one in stride, and there's really no reason for that ball to be off, but if he catches that ball in stride, that's probably a bigger play than what it is. And what it is a non-conversion on third down. Again, look where the sticks are. The sticks are at the 35. It's third down. He catches that in stride. He gets him a good ball. That's going to be a first down. Now he has to get up and try to reestablish, and then he's not successful. So that's a play where it doesn't feel successful when you watch it. But the reason is the bad ball from Russ here, right? Because look, he's doing everything he's supposed to do. He gets into this soft zone. He sees that this corner, right? He sees 29 fall back into what looks like a deep third coverage. So he knows that, okay, I could just take this part of the field. And then you see his feet go side to side, so he's hovering. And Russ just throws this one behind him. He can't stay on his feet. You don't convert. Another play here, same game. He's open. Now, I don't know what the depth of this route's supposed to be. I don't know if he cut it short. A number of things could have gone wrong here, but to me, to the naked eye, this looks like a good route. He breaks it off here. It's enough depth. That ball should be completed, and Russ just throws it straight to the safety. So again, another play where Jerry runs a great route. He gets targeted. He can't get the ball. This Indy game is full of them too, like right here. Just look how open he is, right? This should be a big play. Russ isn't really sped up here too, so I don't know why this ball came out so late. So it's play action, right? You see Jeudy. And look, you're going to notice he's great when he is able to kind of get that slot coverage, right? When he's able to kind of be forced on linebacker because he can just run such a clean route or safety. So he gets here and boom, he turns the safety's hips right here, right? That's a win right there. You get to this choke point, the safety turns his hips. All you got to do is curl that off. He does. This ball is out. It's not out super late. It's just a little bit late, but Russ decides for whatever reason to hang this ball in the air. It almost turns into an interception. Like that should just be a strike to Jeudy. Now maybe Russ is not capable of throwing strikes anymore. There is evidence that suggests that, but either way, this ball right here, it's a good route. That should be a strike to Jerry. Instead, it's a rainbow ball. And I think one of the things I've noticed while watching Jerry Jeudy play in Denver is he is going to benefit from somebody who does not have to put the ball on a crazy arc to get him the ball. Another one here. Jerry Jeudy, he's open. They do a great job with this little pick play here, right? Great job there by one. You get what you want. All right, Russ, just get him a good ball. And it floats, and he misses it. Should be a touchdown. But Russ just off on this throw. Again, clean pocket. He should have made the throw. But this throw just kind of floats on him, and it's over his head. Another one here. Now, this is a little bit more excusable for Russ because this is a hell of a throw that you're asking him to make. But again, it's just Russ just didn't have the arm strength to kind of take advantage of some stuff Jerry Jeudy can do downfield. Jerry kind of wins this route on the scramble drill. And Jerry's better at that scramble drill than I assumed. He wins this right here. And, you know, Russ, if that was Josh Allen, that's a touchdown. But it's Russ. So it's not. Maybe it could be for Deshaun Watson. But the good thing there is that he did such a good job putting that DB in a bind that he did get that pass interference call, which is as good as incompletion. All right. Here, play action. Again, this is another more excusable one from Russ, and I think this one has a little bit of a joint responsibility from Jerry Jeudy because I think he just flat out drops this one too. Nah, this on Russ. Never mind. That's the next play. But yeah, Jerry's open here. Throw him a good ball. That's a reception. But it's just straight up over his. Another play. I think this is the one where I think he has kind of a joint response. Here, another play action. Relatively clean enough pocket. You see Jerry Jeudy's just by himself right here. So the ball comes out late and it's a shitty Russ ball. Like, we know what it is. Like, this is just a very shitty ball by Russ. So I don't blame Jerry Jeudy 100% on this, but he still could have caught that, right? Like, Russ out here throwing pop-ups. It is what it is, but you got to adjust and just catch it, right? And he didn't do a good job of adjusting, catching that ball again. I think he's going to be much better with a quarterback who does not rainbow the ball in the air like Russ does. I don't think that's a strong suit of his. He should catch that, but, I mean, like, you would want your quarterback not to throw a shitty ball like that. But let's jump to the bad stuff, right, with Jerry Jeudy, the drops, because the drops are a real thing with him. There's a lot that pop up in his tape. He doesn't do a great job catching through contact, and sometimes he just blatantly drops the ball. And I think that's where a lot of the ire for him in Denver comes from, is that he had a lot of drops over the last couple of years, right? So Jerry right here, a little bit of contact, can't finish that play, right? You would love, if he was like a number one receiver, you would love for a number one receiver to kind of play through that and make that play. But he's just not that kind of guy, right? He's not finished through contact guy. He's not going to go up and get him guy, right? Another play here, play action. It's a 50-50 ball, and he's just not the type of guy who's going to be able to box out, make a play there. It's just not him, right? You're not going to Hail Mary it to him. Another one here. This is just a bad ball by Russ. That's in the wrong category, but it's another bad ball by Russ. Here he's in motion. This thing to him. This should be an easy catch, but he bobbles this one. Don't know why, right? But stuff like that pops up with Jerry Jeudy. It just does. Right, another one here. Contact, do a great job of holding on to the ball. Really should have caught that one right. Shields his body off, does everything right. Gets on that post, but just a little bit of contact throws him off. Another one, deep ball here. Tough catch, but just really should have been made here. Not super affected by that DB. It falls right into his hands, but it seems like Charvarius Ward just jumping in front of him throws him off enough to where he loses focus on the football. Another one here where, again, it's a tough catch, but you would love to see a number one type receiver kind of go up over and catch it. Like, you cannot, I don't think the expectation should be that Jerry Jeudy should look or play like a number one receiver. He's not a number one receiver, in my opinion. He is somebody who is better off as a second option. And if he's your second option, I think he could do a lot for you. I think the issue in Denver is when you draft somebody at 15 and you expect them to be a first option, and they're not, you're going to be disappointed. And he's just not a first option, in my opinion. He's a second option, which is fine in Cleveland because he's not asked to be the first option in Cleveland, right? This is just another inexplicable drop here. This one against Cleveland. Again, like, he should be able to fight through that and make that play. It's a tough play, right? Russ doesn't throw a good ball here at all. It's another shitty Russ ball, but you still got to come up and make a play on it, right? And I think that's the frustration, right? Russ was not good there. Russ had a lot of bad throws, all that. But I think the people in Denver really wanted him to be a number one receiver. The expectation in Cleveland should not be that. And this is another one, right? He should probably fight through this and, just you get your hands on it. It's a tough catch. I get it. But, like, come down with those more often. He doesn't come down with those at all. That's the issue, right? It's not that he misses those catches when they happen. It's just that there's not really much evidence of him making those catches in general. All right, let's look at the good stuff, right? This is where Jerry Jeudy is going to be very useful, how the Browns will use Jerry Jeudy. A little bit of motion here. Again, you get him away from that press, and all he has to do is make somebody miss at that second level as a route runner. He going to do that. Look at that. Clean. Nice and clean there on the safety. Same thing here. Where, look, he just does the scramble drill. And I think he does the scramble drill kind of well. Better than I expected. But this is another one you want him to catch, right? Like, good scramble drill, you want him to catch that. He should catch that. And here, the route, right? All he has to do is stem this off, sell it. Look at the job that he does selling this against the coverage that he has, right? He sees that he's going to get a corner that carries with him. He knows that corner's playing outside leverage. So then he just stems, right? A little step here. The stem, flash like you're going to cut this into a post. But then stop, plant with that other foot, and then flip the hips for the body around. And just, he's too fast. He can start too quickly for that DB to keep up. Boom, deep curl. He knew he did something there. All right. There's another one, right? The Browns going to use this like hell, right? Little drag here. Boom, boom. Little two-step here on the linebacker. Watch for the Browns to do this shit against Pittsburgh a ton with him, right? Because Pittsburgh loves to lead them linebackers. They're going to put Pat Quinn in coverage, and then they're going to run this a lot at Pat Quinn. Just run it straight at him, and he's athletic enough to make a play after the catch. He's not like a plus after the catch guy, but he's a plus guy for sure. Right here, again, look at this route. Look how he sets up 22. It's a good job, right? He's selling flat. I mean, not flat. He's selling the out. 22. Sells the out. Does a great job showing the hands, showing the butt, right? Where he just kind of turns his hips so the DB can see that he is changing that direction fully. But again, elite change of direction. Boom. Goes upfield, and then he has good burst to get open. And look, he's able to maintain this separation even while Russ is throwing one of them shitty Russ balls. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. So he can track it so he doesn't get it underthrown on him. And he catching in stride. Good stuff there. Yeah, and this is him on the scramble drill. I think he does a good job on these. I think he'll do fine with the shine on those scramble drills. And here, nice route. Yeah, he sets up this. Is it another linebacker? Was that CJ? That was a DB. Yeah. You notice he's at his best when he's free on that line of scrimmage, right? When he's able to be free. That's why he's not a number one wide receiver. But if he's a support guy, a number two guy, which the Browns are paying him to be a number two receiver, $17 million is number two wide receiver money, definitively so. He look the setup, right? All he has to do is get that second level, boom. He has that balance and he catch it. Good catch there. Bam. Look at this route. This is just hilarious. So I think he's selling that he's gonna block. Or at least it looks like it, but I think he's just trying to sauce this dude up. So does a great job doing that to this linebacker, right? The chopping the feet. It's a little much, but it gets the job done, right? So he sells this, and look what he does. Not only does he sell this on the linebacker, he also sells that safety into kind of hopping on the opposite side of that number. Look at that. Boom. He created the space he needs for this slant to be open. It's a great route. Tons of space there. Created the space for the yak too. It's a great route. Right? This is another one. And look, this is more or less what you want to see more from Jerry Jeudy. It's like, okay, let's see you fight through a little contact, right? Let's see you get physical. One of the few plays in this good section of his tape where he actually starts with somebody pressing him on the line. He does a good job getting outside of on top of that press. And then look, extends, doesn't extend the hand so it's not pass interference. And then finishes through the contact. Like if Jerry Jeudy did that consistently, he would be a number one receiver. He just doesn't do it consistently. And I don't think we should expect him to, because I think that's just what it is with him. But he has that capability every once in a while to do it. There's another one, just solid route here. It's not really anything too special. The safety kind of just gets impatient and hops a route, and it leaves Jerry Jeudy wide open. Play right here. And look how he has that speed to get downfield. Speed to get downfield. You don't give him a press on the line of scrimmage. You can keep him away from that. You can do a lot with him. Then he can just blow by some guys because he's still super fast. And again, he has to slow down. Like if somebody like with a stronger arm, like a Deshaun Watson, could throw him this ball on the run, he might not have to slow down as much. But again, this is just great scramble drill stuff, right? Great scramble drill stuff. His scramble drill stuff is kind of impressive. All right, Jerry Jeudy again. Here, another deep ball. He just straight up outruns this guy. So he has that speed. He's not a deep threat, like in the way that like if we're thinking about draft, Xavier Worthy is a deep threat, but he is capable of just kind of blowing by somebody if you have a slower corner out there. And he has to wait for that rust ball, but he got it. All right. And here, just another solid route here. Nothing too special. Kind of running the depth properly behind his linebacker. So knowing where he's at, knowing where the coverage is, and running the right depth for that coverage is also another important part of receiving. It's not always about who can run the crispiest routes. It's about who can run the right routes at the right depth too. Another one, this is what he does, right? If you don't press him on the line of scrimmage, if you can keep him away from that press and design things like the Browns will for him, he's quick, he's athletic, he's agile, he can do stuff down the field. Jerry Jeudy is going to be the perfect wide receiver for you to get to the 25 to the 25. He's not going to be a red zone threat. He's not really going to be a factor there. He's not somebody who can go up and get it. He's not a 50-50 ball guy. He's not an acrobatic catch guy. He's not that, right? He's not the most reliable hands guy, especially in those kind of situations where there's a lot of chaos going on. That's not where Jerry Jeudy's going to thrive. But where Jerry Jeudy does thrive is when you can, call things up, when you can try to get down the field, when you need a big play, 3rd and 10, like he's going to be that kind of a dude. I think he'll be a fine number 2 wide receiver. My expectations for him are to have about 850 to 1,000 yards. If he lives up to that, I'm thrilled with what you're getting out of Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be another option for Deshaun Watson on scramble drills. And I think he's really going to shine in some of that scramble drill stuff. He's not going to be touchdown guy. He's not going to be 50-50 ball guy. He's not going to be go up and get him guy. I don't know if anybody was expecting that from Jerry Jeudy, but that's just straight up not who he is. But what he is going to be good route guy. What he is going to be a guy who understands what coverages defenses are running against him and how to get open against them. He's going to be a smart, quarterback friendly target for Deshaun Watson. And that's going to be useful when it comes to extending drives and getting to scoring position. Like, that's what Jerry Jeudy's task is going to be for this team, is help us get to scoring position. The guys who are supposed to help this team score once they get to the red zone, that's Nick Chubb, that's David Njoku, that's Deshaun Watson, right? Those are going to be your 3 main red zone tools. For Jerry Jeudy, it's about getting to the red zone, and he does all that stuff well. I do think he'll be better with Deshaun Watson than he was with Russ. I think that he's a better fit with Deshaun Watson as a thrower. Like, I think he doesn't do a great job of tracking those super high rainbow balls that Russ likes to throw. I think he does do better when you can just kind of get that ball right on his chest. Deshaun Watson does a great job of doing that. And I just think how Deshaun throws the ball is more applicable to how Jerry Jeudy likes to receive it, if it makes sense. I think they have a match there where it kind of lines up well. I also think that Jerry Jeudy is a smart route runner. I think he's a smart football player. And I think it helps to have somebody like Deshaun who kind of wants to make some reads post-snap and kind of play with that, improvisation part of football a little bit more. I think that Jerry Jeudy is going to be somebody who benefits from that as well. What I don't think you should expect out of Jerry Jeudy is Amari Cooper. He's not Amari Cooper. He's not going to go up and get it like Amari Cooper. He's not going to catch through contact like Amari Cooper, right? That's not who he is. He can get to that point. Maybe in Amari Cooper's Raiders years, I wasn't really checking for him, but maybe that's what he was like early on in his career. But he's not Amari Cooper. He's not going to be, I don't know why anybody, he's not going to be a big 50-50 ball guy. But he's going to be a solid receiver that you can get a lot of production out of. Going to be a low touchdown, high yard guy. And a definitive 2 in my books, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing or a negative thing. I just think that's a categorization of where he fits best. But that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Y'all have a great day. Have an even better night. Peace.